Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading an Arlecchino Executioner by me. So let's get into it. The air around you felt heavy, and you stood at the edge of the cliff, your heart pounding in your chest, knowing what you had to do. Arlecchino had been in danger, and this time was not like the others, and the enemy had made a clear demand. Your life for hers. You took a deep breath, trying to keep the fear at bay. If this was what it took to keep her safe, you were willing to do it. You would do anything for her. Until you closed your eyes, ready to take the step forward. But before you could, a hand grabbed your wrist, pulling you back with a force that nearly knocked you off your feet. What the hell do you think you're doing? Arlecchino's voice was sharp, laced with an emotion you couldn't quite place. And when you opened your eyes, you found her standing in front of you, her eyes blazing with a mix of fury and fear. I was trying to save you. You saw the letter, and they said if I gave myself up, they'd stop bothering you in the house. And do you think I would let you throw your life away like that? Do you think I'd stand by and watch you die for me? Tears stung at the corners of your eyes, and you looked down, unable to meet her gaze. Arlie, I just wanted to protect you. I couldn't stand the thought of losing you, of anyone doing anything to hurt you. And her expression softened, but her eyes were still intense, her hand moving from your wrist to cradle your face. And you think I can just stand the thought of losing you? She whispered, her voice breaking slightly. Do you have any idea just how terrified I was when I saw you standing here? You swallowed hard, the weight of her words sinking in. I'm sorry. I didn't know what else to do. You didn't need to do anything. I've lived like this for years. I'll be fine. I'll always be fine. All you need to do is just trust me. And that moment, the world had felt like it had stopped. And all that existed at the very moment was simply the two of you, standing at the edge of the cliff, her hand warm against your skin. But you were in danger, and I couldn't just stand here and do nothing. I can handle myself. I have dealt with worse. Arlecchino interrupted, her voice firm. I'm not someone who needs protecting. Especially not at the cost of losing you. She paused, her eyes darkening as she looked at you. You're my everything, Ryan. Do you understand that? He blinked, stunned by the raw emotion in her voice. Arlecchino was not someone who often expressed her feelings so openly, but now, with the fear of losing you still fresh in her eyes, there was no hiding how much she meant to her. Arlecchino, he began, but she cut you off, her hands moving to cup your face, forcing you to look directly at her. No. Listen to me. I need you to understand this. I don't care what they said, and I don't care what kind of threats they make. I'm not letting you get caught up in that. You are not sacrificing yourself for me. Ever. And you felt a sob catch in your throat as you reached up to grab her wrists, holding on to her as if she were the only thing keeping you grounded. And you apologized in tears, her expression softening as she saw you, and she leaned in, pressing her forehead against yours. I know you are. I know you were only trying to help, but I need you to be selfish sometimes. I need you here, with me. You closed your eyes, letting her words wash over you, her warmth and presence filling the cold, empty space in your heart. I'll stay. I promise. I'll listen next time. That's good to hear, she replied, her lips brushing against yours in a tender, almost desperate kiss. Because I'm not letting you go. And you melted into the kiss, your hands wrapping around her, pulling her closer. And when she pulled away, her eyes were softer, but still filled with a fierce protectiveness. We're leaving here together. And the next time someone tries to take you away from me, they're going to regret it. A small, shaky laugh bubbled out of you. I wouldn't expect anything less. She smirked at that, but there was a warmth in her eyes that hadn't been there before. Good. Now let's get you out of here. As you walked away from the edge, hand in hand with Arlecchino, the weight on your chest began to lift. You knew there would be challenges ahead, that there would always be dangers. But you believed in her, and you trusted in her word. And right now, that was all she needed. And you were willing to provide that, and to make sure that your trust in her never wavers again.